Joining the Army definitely changed my life, and I would recommend it to anybody thinking about joining. So I'm 28 years old currently. I joined at 26. I've been in 2 years. I'm in the Army Reserves. I'm a 42 Alpha, which is a human resource specialist, and I chose that MOS because I have a baby due in June. I knew I wanted to start a family. I didn't want to be in the trenches going gung ho first to be deployed. That's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in a support position. So I went through Fort Jackson, South Carolina for both my basic and AIT. I'm currently a specialist. I'm on the enlisted side. One regret that I have is I should have become an officer instead of going enlisted. I actually just dropped a packet to switch from enlisted to officer. Much higher pay, more prestige. I always like to be the best of the best. I like doing hard things. So I did a video dropping that packet going from enlisted to officer and what that experience has been like. That's a different video on my channel. But I'm also going to take you from new recruit to wealthy veteran using the real estate tools that are given to us, VA, home loan, things of that sort. Bunch of channels, a bunch of videos on my channel. I came in not knowing a ton about the benefits available. I own 7 rental properties. It's changed my life and my family's life. So I want to take you from new recruit to wealthy veteran. So let's dive in here on how the Army changed my life when I joined. So first and foremost, I feel like I was spoiled in regular everyday life, right? You just kind of go to the grocery store. We don't even have to hunt for food anymore. You go to the grocery store, you eat too much, people get overweight. We're just kind of spoiled. We have phones and we can always talk to our loved ones and significant others. And we take for granted that we come home every night and our significant other, like my wife, is there, you know? So when I joined the Army, a lot of decisions that I would normally make were stripped from me. They were taken away. A lot of my freedom was taken away. And you kind of feel like a prisoner in prison. I mean, I had a very vivid experience when we were getting issued our gear, and we're in this enclosed encampment. There's barbed wire around the fence, and you have a shopping cart that's empty, and there's hundreds of you. And in that moment, I had a realization. I was like, this is what prison is like. This is literally probably what prison is like. So we go through, we get all our gear, whatever, we come out, and I'm like, man, I want my freedom back. I love my freedom, my flexibility in my day-to-day life. But having the other side of that was extremely important because now that I'm out, I appreciate things so much more. It really taught me what my priorities were in life and what's important to me. And for me, it's family and freedom. I love real estate because it gives me my freedom back. It buys my time back. And I'll never take my loved ones for granted ever again, and being able to talk to them every day. Because when you're in, you get your phone for maybe 30 minutes to an hour on Sundays, and drill sergeants can take that away if you're on bad behavior. So I remember one Sunday comes along. So my platoon, we had the strictest drill sergeants. We were always kind of going over the top and above to for discipline purposes, whatever. So the drill sergeants rotate who's in charge for that week. So there were 4 platoons in our company, so it was our turn to be in charge. And our drill sergeants dropped our phone time down to 15 minutes, and everybody lost their mind. And I had things to deal with on the civilian side while I was in training. Like, I have tenants that are paying rent, and I have problems that I might need to fix for them. So I needed to go on my phone to check those things. And then also I would love to talk to my wife, is now my wife, but she was my girlfriend at the time, to get kind of motivation to move through the next week. You know, like when you talk to your loved ones, it gives you a lot of motivation to keep going, and it boosts your morale, because the drill sergeants, a lot of the time, they're trying to destroy your morale. So they dropped our phone time down to 15 minutes and everybody lost their mind. It was very frustrating, but you know, it was a good experience because it builds a lot of character when you can't talk to your loved ones and do your normal everyday activities that you do in your civilian life. So it also created a ton of discipline in my life moving forward, right? So I'm out of the military. I started running Ironmans and marathons after joining the military. This happens with a ton of military people. And I wish I joined earlier, but I was afraid to talk to the recruiters because I thought that they were going to send me to war right away. I thought it was like, you talk to them, you go to war. And that's just not the case. There's so many misunderstandings about that. So just be open-minded, talk to a recruiter, and see if it's something that you want to explore. I highly recommend it. If you are somebody that doesn't know what you want to do, the military is a great space to find what you want to do because it gives you a paycheck, right? You're going through, you're building character, you're building tools and skills necessary for life. You're building a resume, a community, like all of these things. If you have military on your resume and you apply for a job, it should be automatic upper hand. Like that's pretty standard where it's like, okay, little bit of priority here because they can do hard things. They've been through tough situations. They have skills necessary, whatever. So if you don't know what to do, join the military, get paid for a little bit and figure it out. When you're in training, you have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to sit with your own thoughts. So what I did is I tried to figure out all the questions in my life that I had and all the achievements that I wanted to achieve. And I wrote them down. Not only did I write them down, I dove into why I wanted to do those things. For example, I just finished my I'm 28 years old. I just finished my bachelor's in December. So this is February 19th of 2026. So 3 months ago, and later rather than never. But now that I finished it, I can become an officer and just some doors open. I'm in the real estate space and the civilian life, so I don't need a college degree. But I broke that down while I was in training. I was like, why do I want this? And the military actually motivated me to get it done because in AIT, we were just in school all day. And I was like, I might as well just knock out my bachelor's just to have it. So I mean, that's just one example. Another thing is when I was in training, I really wanted to move. I was living in Miami at the time and I was not happy there. So I kept writing down, why do I want to move? And I dove into that. Now I live in Chicago, Illinois. I'm from Wisconsin. My wife's family's all from Chicago. So it's about the people. We had no real family in Miami, which made it unlikable and tough. So you can just kind of figure out those things in your life and dive deep down into them. I also know I'll probably go to law school at some point in my life, not because I necessarily want to practice law, but just because it's a hard thing to do and it separates yourself from the average everyday person, right? So just some examples there. So the discipline that you get is tremendous. The community, which I touched on a little bit, there's a ton of community tools that you can use. Like I'm on the reserve side, so I drill one weekend a month, right? So when I go to drill, I love seeing my battle buddies and the friends that I have in the unit. And it's a mix up from regular civilian life that not many people get. You're also getting paid for it. And it's also making you healthy. Like what better way to find a hobby that to find a hobby that's going to keep you healthy. The military is one. Plus it's going to give you many other benefits on the resume and all these other things I mentioned. So if it gives you that much benefits, totally do it. I would highly recommend joining the Army as soon as you can. It added to my purpose as well. I think real estate is great, but I spend a lot of time alone. I don't work in a 9-to-5 job. So again, the community is important there, but it also added to my purpose. When you can say you served your country, and separate yourself from the average everyday person. I love doing that. It gives me a lot of fulfillment. I have a baby on the way, so certainly that's a lot of purpose as well. But it's it was a layer added into my purpose in this life. And life is very long. I'm 28 years old and it's long but short. But I think depending on your age, you might have that figured out already. But when you're young, it's like, oh, go, 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 go. But then it's like, dang, you do really have a lot of time. And if you stay consistent on things, it will build a lot of benefits in your life. So healthcare is another tremendous thing that the military gives you. And I was actually there. There's something going on with my ankle. It's pretty messed up and I need an MRI. So the VA healthcare system. And it took me a while to learn how to use the VA healthcare system. You have to sign up at a place close to you and go through the hoops and jump through the thing. But once you get that squared away and set up, and once you become comfortable with the system and process of the VA healthcare, it is a tremendous benefit, because you can get care at either free or a really good price, depending on your situation. And it's convenient, it's clean, it's great care. I've heard some people complaining about the care, but to me, it's I don't see an issue with it. So healthcare is tremendous. So you have VA healthcare, and then you get TRICARE Reserve Select. If you're on the reserve side, that's $60 a month. If you're a single person, otherwise $250 a month for as many kids as you have, or a wife, whatever. You're going to have 6 kids, it'll be $250 a month, 10 kids, $250 a month, same all across the board. And healthcare nowadays is extremely expensive. So just that benefit alone moves the needle quite a bit. So again, so many things as to why the Army changed my life, but I would highly recommend you joining. I'm going to take you from new recruit to wealthy veteran using the real estate tools that I have created in my life and I've done. And it's changed my family's life and your life, my family's life and my life, and I want to change your life too. So please like and subscribe for more content like this. Check out my channel for some other videos, which are going to be helpful for you if you are thinking about joining or if you already have joined. Cheers. Thank you.